I love New Amsterdam. That's what makes leaving so hard.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm doing this wrong.
The entire wing is contaminated. No more surgeries until we can disinfect every OR.
So you're a working actor during a pandemic right now, working as a doctor. How does that feel?
It feels amazing to be working, period.
Yeah.
It's not lost on me how many people aren't working, particularly in my business. So it feels really good. It also feels really good to play a doctor. I feel like it's like a badge of honor, especially here in New York, where it's ground zero, to be representing the hospital that our show was based on, which is ground zero, ground zero. It's great. And we worked side by side with medical advisors on our show who they went from helping us on set to immediately during the pandemic going and being on the front lines, and we got to stay in touch with them in the chat, and so it's great, and also having fun. I couldn't talk for a year about it, so today I'm lit.
I'm a New Yorker, and I know you're from Texas. But speaking of the pandemic, Texas just opened up and kind of now we don't have the mandate for the mask and things like that. How do you feel like working in New York and that being the epicenter and being from Texas and seeing how they're a little bit more lax about the COVID restrictions?
I think it's a terrible way to approach things at this moment. We're right there. You know what I mean? We're right there. I think, if we hang on a few more months where we get the majority of Americans vaccinated, the Biden administration is doing the best they can, given what they had to get on the fast track to actually have a plan. And we do. So this is the time to buckle down and hang on a little bit more. I would say like we could at least made it to the beginning of the summer, before we start. Just like this a watch. Where we go? Okay, spring. Okay, we want to be outdoors anyway, especially in New York. So we just go outside, go on some walks, go ride some bikes and chill. We don't got to be necessarily indoors. We can now eat outdoors because it's a beautiful day today. You see it? So we could eat outside. We cool. We don't got to do this whole forget the masks, but they're trying to do some, I don't know what they're doing. I don't understand it. I'm from Texas. I don't get it.
And I will say I was stuck out in Dallas during that whole snowstorm that happened recently, and it wasn't fun. So I'm just like, to go from that to now this, it was just like, oh, okay, Texas just don't care. Yeah. So I'm guessing you're pro-vaccine as well.
Yeah. And I understand the apprehensiveness of being afraid of, or smartly afraid of, cautious about the vaccine. Because given the historical, relevance to how people of color have been treated with things like this. That said, where I stand is I've lost, friends. I lost a friend. I've lost a family member, and I had a friend who was actually an employee on our show for the pilot, who called me, and he had come out of a coma. He was in a coma for 3 months. He's been on national television, all on the news, as one of the people who barely made it. He, all of his organs failed. He had bed sores this big all on his back because they didn't turn him because they thought he was going to die for sure. They told his wife he's out of here. And he pulled through. I couldn't even recognize his voice. And I said, how have you been? He said he just got out of the coma. I go, okay, well, I don't know what can be worse than death in this. So it's like, pick your poison. You want to pick your chances with this virus, or you want to pick your chances with the vaccine. I'm a bet on the vaccine.
Well, going back to the show, New Amsterdam is a medical drama. Why do you think it sets itself apart from all the other medical dramas that are on TV right now?
First and foremost is that we're based on a true story. We're based on a book written by Dr. Eric Mannheimer called 12 Patients, Life and Death at Bellevue. And he was the medical director at Bellevue Hospital, which, if you don't know, is the oldest, you're from New York, the oldest public hospital in America. He was the medical director there for 15 years. And David Schulner, our creator, came across the book and created the show. So that's cool that it's based on a true story. Secondly, although we have some sparks of love and finding love on the show, this isn't the type of show that you'll find, your doctors necessarily hooking up in the broom closets. And so if you get tired of that, some other shows, I won't mention no names. If you get tired of seeing that and want to see a show that's a fun and funny and with an extraordinary cast, talented cast, great writing, something that you could relate to. You know, with the social issues, we don't hit you over the head with it. We just put it out there. We drop facts. I like to encourage people to watch the show, put the captions on and listen, especially in the beginning of the episodes with Max. He's walking, he's talking, but he's dropping damn gems. I learned season 1, he said something about being able to negotiate your medical bill. I didn't even know that. So there's a lot of things that make us stand out, but we're also educating people at the same time.